Welcome to Casa Bilo in Bravos de Boston section of Vieques. We're a very short walk to Chata Beach. Before we get into the house, check out these lang-ylang. These flowers are almost ripe. This is the flower that the fragrance from that is the secret ingredient in supposedly in Chanel No. 5, the perfume. So great smell at night, especially at night. So Casa Bilo. Some nice plants on the property. That's a flamboyant tree. Has some great flowers, mostly in July. We can see off to the north there's the Caribbean Sea. Off to you can actually see all the way to Culebra. And here's the entrance. One entrance into this house. This Ray house throughout. And once you enter the front door, basically you're in the house. Kind of a lot of indoor-outdoor living here. This cottage really, the feeling I get when I'm in it kind of reminds me of, I don't know, almost like a cottage, to be out in the Hamptons or Cape Cod or something like that. It really has a feel of like a great summer cottage weekend place, which I think makes it a perfect short-term rental property. I imagine someone with, living by themselves could live here, perhaps a couple. This is the terrace. There's a little dining area outside. As we look again back north, you can see more of the ocean. I can see Culebra. The view is much more impressive in person than it is in this video. In the little dining area, owner says, he basically spends a lot of time sitting out here on the terrace, whether it's the hammocks or hanging out with friends, having dinner. Another hammock there. And you can see the breeze. It's always a great breeze flowing through the property. So that's looking back from where we came in. You can see the slanted roof. And this is a great feature on the property. It's a hanging daybed. If folks are have friends visiting or family, that's a great place to sleep at night. Great breeze, living outdoors. If you're coming down from a cold New York, Boston, Chicago, just imagine hanging out there in the middle of the Caribbean, sleeping out in the warm tropical air. It's a great space. From the terrace here we go into the what's basically the living room. See all the louvered windows. Great decorations here, great furniture, the ceiling fan, again the slanted roof. I love the lights they've chosen for this room. This place really great space at night. This is it Miles Van der Rohe, mid-century modern furniture. There's the kitchen. As a short-term rental or using a property this size, this is more than enough. You've got a counter space. Place to put utensils. You've got a sink, stove, oven. Cook while you look back out at the ocean. It's got the view. So there's sink, stove, oven, refrigerator, some shelving. Plenty of space to store stuff. Really, it's enough of a kitchen. You're going to be dining out a good part of the week, or anybody who's renting will be dining out. That door actually goes out into the terrace around to a bedroom. We'll see in a second. Off the living room here is a full bath. So if you do have visitors staying on that daybed, you do have a full bath here. The toilet, there's a shower, mirror, vanity, and pedestal sink. This bathroom also has the washing machine and linen closet. So this multi-purpose bathroom here, full bath. Back out to the living room. You see all the pressed tile on the floor is the same tile throughout the property. There's a sliding glass doors. You've got the glass. There's also sliding screen doors there. But basically, you're just going to leave this all open and really live in this indoor-outdoor living space. Again, it's a great place just to sit, hang out with friends, do some work, or, dine. There's the entrance we came in. And on the other side, the side terrace here, this leads back to a bedroom. There's the door that runs directly to the kitchen. Imagine you could keep that open if you wanted. And then back here we have the bedroom. Again, you can see the pressed tile on the floor. That's the same tile we saw in the living room. Windows on 3 sides of this room with the slanted ceiling, slanted roof. So it gets a good breeze through here. There's no AC in this property. Seller says there's plenty of breeze that flows to the property. You've got the fans for additional cooling if you want. And that seems to be ample. It's definitely style of cottage living. There you've got a closet, both below and above. And here you have an ensuite bathroom. It's a full bath. Has a shower. There's a little garden out the window there. Some greenery. So it has a shower. Down below there, little surprise decorative turtle. Not real, it's just decorative. And there's your vanity. Some shelving for medicine and cosmetics, pedestal sink, and toilet. So this is an ensuite full bath off of the bedroom. This bedroom is really super, super cute. Imagine at night it's nice and dark back here. You're back of the house, back of the property. This is not a busy road, so I imagine it stays very quiet back here. When you're on the terrace, depending on which way the wind's blowing, you can hear the waves crashing at La Chata Beach. But imagine back here, it's pretty quiet at night. And then we're coming back on the terrace. There it is. Last view of the terrace. Come back out on the property here. Again, the whole property is fenced. There's a lot of mature plants on the property. There's certainly room for you to expand if you want. You can either expand the house, although I don't know why you'd want to. Could probably put in a pool. It's a very cute property. It does not have a title, so I think that's the only reason it hasn't sold. But if you want more information on this property, I'm Bob. There's my phone number. Feel free to contact us, ParaisoRealtyPR.com. Thanks for taking a tour of the property. We'll leave you a little view towards the Caribbean Sea to the north, and we'll see you in the next video.